delay in the video coming out. It will be out in the morning or as soon as I finish editing, and hope you guys enjoy. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Goober's Corner. Today's topic is a very interesting one, and I know there's love and hate everywhere for it, but it's with MPD, or multiple personality disorder, or the new legal term of it, which is dissociative identity disorder. Now confirmed with my partner in here and the medical definition of it. Basically where the mind goes through trauma in early childhood, which the mind ends up creating these personalities to basically deal with their traumas that are happening. It's not necessarily a bad thing. There is cases where, to the most extreme, which is explained in certain movies like Glass. Far as I know, I've never heard of it happening in a adult, but I'm sure it can happen. It's probably a very rare case. I believe it's me, myself, and Irene, where Jim Carrey basically plays a high patrol officer, and his mind, in a sense, splits because of it, and a new personality is created. So, is there a potential of it happening as an adult? Yes. Most cases are, how can I say, basically childhood. But my special guest today, Tilla, has such condition, and I knew about it before getting with her, and I embraced it, and I have no problems with it. I've met, see, I count the original as 1, 2, 3, there's 4. I've met 2 of them. So, very awesome individuals. You will get a chance to hear from each one. The 4th one, I haven't met yet, so unless she wants to come out during this episode, she is more than welcome to. But that is up to her. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the personalities can be male or female. I actually have a friend who also has MPD. It's where I initially learned it from. Actually has both male and female personalities. I haven't had a chance to talk with him. If he wants to come on the show and talk about it, that could be a future episode. But if you want to hear more from the different personalities, we can do a part 2 as well. So, further ado, guys, I will introduce you to Tilla, my partner.
Hi guys, I'm Tilla. Yes, I have multiple personality disorder. Mine pretty much started off about 1st grade, 2nd grade. I would say about maybe 6 to 8 years old. It started off with 1 personality and eventually grew to 2 more. The most recent is about a couple months ago. She was, in a sense, created. Everyone's MPD is different. Mine basically started off from bullying for a very long time, and combination of being the black sheep of my entire family, and any trauma from past relationships I've had, and they all basically were created for a different purpose. The first personality I do have, she is one of the oldest. She was created in a sense because of the bullying that started when I was really little. And the only way I could think of coping at the time, because I didn't have any siblings or anyone to really talk to, no friends. My parents, as much as I love them, didn't really do great in giving me good support in the sense of paying attention to what was going on at school, or they had their own things in life that probably prevented them from being as attentive. So that's where Artemis was created. Pretty much like an older sister protecting their sibling. That was her main purpose. When I ended up figuring out that she existed, was maybe around 8 or 9. I always knew I had somebody floating in my mind, but I always thought it was just myself. But at the same time, even though we are pretty similar, she has a lot of differences. She has played a big part in my life, and she will be one of the people you will be meeting today.
Okay. The artist want to come out and speak?
Yeah.
Want to say hi to everybody, Artie?
Yeah. Sup, guys? I am Artemis. You guys are free to call me Artie if you'd like. I am the oldest of the bunch for these multiple personalities. I am about 36 to 40 years old. She created me, as she has mentioned, to help her cope with the stuff that she went through as a child. I would always come out, in a sense, if people were bullying her, or in any case, because she was a very, innocent's not the right word, she was not as good at protecting herself or defending herself back then that she is now. So I'd step in, defend her in difficult situations, or come out when she needed to retreat for a little bit, since I'm the more aggressive personality. I don't take bullshit from anybody, and I'm definitely way more blunt and honest than most of our personalities in here.
Alright, how can I say this, Artie? How would you feel your experiences separate from Tilla's? Like, for people listening, like, do you share them as one, or do you each have distinct memories?
So, at least for us, I would say yes, we all have, in a sense, access to each other's memories, but a lot of it is mostly individualized. In a sense, it's kind of like as a normal individual that has their own recollection of good and bad memories, it's the same thing. The reason why I have more memory on Tilla's is mainly because I have been a part of her journey for the longest time. So in a sense, you could say I have more VIP access. Than the rest of the personalities do. They also came a little later in her life. So in a sense, they probably wouldn't recall anything that went on from elementary to middle school to high school. I have been around for the longest. Athena most likely wouldn't have those access to those memories, not unless we, in a sense, give each other those flashbacks, or Tilla would let her see those memories that happened. Versus myself, who can easily recall everything or majority of things, or just slip into her memories faster. Or, for example, if Tilla doesn't want to recall a specific bad memory, it's not that she forgot, but that she chose to purposely forget about it. Kind of like blacked out. And I can easily collect that information. And I'll have that stored away, if that makes sense.
Okay. Athena want to come out and introduce herself?
Yep, I'll bring Athena out. Yo, everybody. I'm Athena. I'm the third personality, or I guess you can say second personality if we're just going by Artie, myself, and Hera. I came around in the later stages of Tilla's life. I would say more towards her, from my recollection, her early mid-20s. Though I was very dormant for a very long time, so they had actually no clue in a way that I existed. Like, they did, but I would make myself pretty hidden, making it very hard for them to distinguish if it was just themselves or another being in their mind. I'm actually, I guess you can say, one of the youngest. I'm 18, about 18 to 20. I actually came out, in a sense, during a very dark time for Tilla. Her mental health wasn't doing very good. So that is, in a way, how I got activated. And would come out on occasion, kind of like Artie, to help assist, and switch on and off with who would come out to protect her or to give her some time and space away in her mind to calm down.
Okay. Alright, everybody. It is, of course, me back. For me, being with Tilla is actually an awesome experience. Before we actually got together, I knew both her and Artie. And Athena. I just never really met Athena. Me meeting that one was unusual. That was a accidental meeting, in a sense. Artie, she was kind of going through a dark time when I got to meet Artie, and I wasn't shocked by it because an old roommate of mine also has MPD, so I was already somewhat familiar with it. And like they said, everybody's MPD experience is different. I'll see if my friend Bucket would be willing to come on the show and talk about his, because he actually has a lot more different personalities, and one of them is female. So they get creative from different purposes. Hera, I haven't even had a chance to meet yet, so she's welcome to participate in the show if she wants to. It's definitely, how can I say, difficult at times, me knowing who's out, because the voices are pretty similar, but there are subtle differences, and they do act differently. I would say about 80% of the time now I can tell who's out. I don't see anything wrong with it. From at least my point of view, she has embraced it. From speaking with her and reading up on it, there's ways to merge it, all the personalities back together, if you want to. I don't know if that's the standard treatment, if such psychological intervention. Some people don't want their personalities to go away. Or am I wrong?
No, I have heard of treatments being done with people with multiple personality disorders, and them being able to, doctors, therapists, I believe, are able to help these personalities merge to just end up becoming one. And everyone I know is, their case is different. Some people might want to merge and might not want to deal with what they have because they don't want it or they don't want to accept it. That's their choice. I personally wouldn't want my personalities to merge. As interesting as that sounds, I've actually come quite accustomed to all of them. It's like a family in my head, and I wouldn't want them to go away. And I don't want people to fix me if I'm not, in a sense, a danger to others, because I'm not. I can't speak for everybody else. Some people might have it so severe that they might have to, or might have to seek help to treat us to treat their multiple personality disorder. As far as I'm aware, that is also another reason why people don't come out to say anything, because besides yes, you could go to a therapist, I guess, pour yourself out to them, and hopefully they'll be able to understand and help you through it. But from my understanding and other people I've known, all they've done is try to fix them, possibly give them antidepressants to deal with it, or drugs to make it go away. Or I've known others to go into psych wards, and the first thing they try to do is merge them to get rid of these personalities, in a sense, or not know how to talk to people with MPD, so makes people not want to open up about it. So personally, for me, this is the first relationship I've had that I don't have a partner with MPD, so it's a little getting used to. My last relationship had MPD, and I guess you could say it was easy because we both could relate to each other very well, and the splitting factor was easy, and we could easily tell one another from another personality, and that part was never an issue. I also have had a previous ex in high school, had MPD as well, or claimed to have, and we could relate very well with it. I've known others to have MPD with their partners, and it either works out or it doesn't. But for me, at least, it's going good so far. So, and I personally don't plan to treat it, not unless it ever got to an extremity where I have a personality that was a danger to others, and let's say the only choice I had was to merge, then I would. Or if there was a way to just eradicate that one, then okay. But don't really plan to eradicate all the other girls.
And I wouldn't want you to, because they're a part of who you are, and I accept it. And actually, awesome individuals. Even though, yes, they are innocent fractions of the original, I personally see them as individuals. So that's how I look at it and treat each other as such. And I honestly don't see a problem with it. I embrace it just as much as she has. And the whole purpose of this podcast, guys, was yes, I could talk about it. And for others who may be watching that have MPD, don't look at it as a disease. I know some people out there would. But if you come across somebody who has it, that'd be my recommendation. you can ask questions. Like if I have questions, I just ask her. And it's not that difficult actually having a relationship with somebody with MPD. It's not. I just treat it in a sense as a normal relationship. So I hope this gives some understanding to you guys and insight to others who have MPD. If you want to come on the show and talk about it, my email will be down below in the description. Feel free to message me. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Hey everybody, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment.